Orlando's rock station. Lynch and Taco Show. Good morning. Time to check it out. The latest technology news. A little glimpse at some of these stories. It's brought to you by our Throwback Thursday. Don't forget, birthday tickets. You can snag them all day today. JRR Instagram.
If you're not following us, it's at 1011 WJRR. Just go there, click on that post. You could win Earth Day birthday tickets. And then you're in the running for VIP tickets for Earth Day birthday, which is a step above, definitely.
We did talk about this a little bit earlier, but it kind of works into science and technology news. Today is Leap Day in a leap year. And, some folks were like, well, why do we do this? And, the short answer is the math of things and the calendar. Which is, a year is not exactly 365 days. It's about 365 days and 6 hours. So if you do the math, every 4 years, you have an additional day that needs to be accounted for.
Yeah, and we explained this during sports with Mike the Bulldog Bianchi because he tried to corner me on it, like see if I knew or not. Of course I knew.
Sort of. What if we didn't do this, though? What would happen? Well, in just 40 years, the Earth's seasons would be out of line by about 10 days. In 700 years, the Northern Hemisphere could experience Australian Christmas with summer heat in December. All sorts of traditional seasons would be all out of whack, and you'd have to reset the cycle with that. Although everything would recycle back to how it was after an additional 700 years if you decided not to go with leap days.
So
it's easier just to throw in an extra day every 4 years and be done with it.
Yeah, it's easier just to keep it how it goes, all right? Let's not mess with Mother Nature. Then we're upsetting the farmers, and we are on this show. We back our farmers up growing all that stuff, raising all that cattle for us. Come on. Keep it right.
Farmers?
Well, yeah, their crops. If you got seasons changing and everything, come on.
They'd be adjusting constantly every 700 years.
The cows are trying to eat that wheat, and then it's not in season yet, and then their milk tastes like rotten nipple. It's just, sour milk.
Apple, after 10 years, is canceling its electric car project. This was announced on Tuesday. They are... there's 2,000 employees who work on this project. They are throwing in the towel on designing and producing and selling an electric car after working on this for more than a decade. They have told the project workers that most of them will be reassigned to the newest flavor of the day, which is artificial intelligence, the AI division at Apple.
Okay, good. At least they're not just cutting them.
Well, Apple also, this is another, and this is just the reality of things with EVs. It's just not there yet for the masses to feel comfortable with buying an electric car. The infrastructure's not there. The pricing's not there yet. And, outside of the major metropolitan areas, the flyover country, as they call it, how are you going to convince someone who lives, in the middle of the country with, miles and miles and miles of open terrain to go buy a vehicle with a limited range and hope you can find a place to charge it when you're out?
Mm-hmm. And then some would answer, well, you have a charging station at your home.
Right, which is great if you're home. But
I know what you're saying. Trust me.
I'm just pointing. When we're not against EVs, that's where things are going. It's not there yet, and the pricing's not there yet for mass acceptance for this to really go. And I guess Apple kind of sees that, and they're like, well, maybe we can circle back on this at some point.
If Apple pulls out of it, okay, that says kind of most of it for you.
Consumer Reports putting out a warning about some of these $30 doorbell cameras that are all the rage these days. You find them on marketplaces like Amazon and Walmart and Temu. $30 to $40, you can get a doorbell camera. They say the ones made by this brands Eakin and Tuck, which are largely the same hardware produced by the Eakin Group in China. Full-on security vulnerabilities with these. Mm-hmm. No encryption whatsoever. Someone who knows what they're doing can easily, circumvent and compromise your doorbell camera. So they're urging stay away from these budget brands under the names Eakin and Tuck. pay a few more dollars and get one that's a little bit more secure.
Does this ring a bell for anybody?
A doorbell.
No, with the regular cameras. Remember regular cameras when they said, look, if you're going and setting up your own security cameras, somebody that knows what they're doing can easily break through that. And you don't want that.
Sony is laying off 900 workers from its PlayStation division. Ends up affecting PlayStation first-party studios like Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla, Firesprite, and others. The PlayStation studio in London is being shut down completely. Sony being the latest technology company to announce cuts in an effort to streamline things and continue to grow the company. It's always the answer. Yes, we get rid of people to further strengthen the company.
What catchphrase can we use for this one?
You can insert that into every field where they let people go. Mm-hmm. GameSense will let you smell like your video games. It's a new device that allows gamers to experience not just the sights and sounds, but the smells of their favorite video games. GameSense uses AI-powered technology to emit different scents based on what's happening with your on-screen action in the game. It could smell like gunfire, an explosion, racing, storm, a forest. There's also a clean air option that makes sure your gaming smells don't linger. You can get this device for a mere $179.99.
No thanks.
From UBS Securities, they are projecting that Netflix is getting set to raise their prices again.
Is this for the commercial-free options or just in general?
They say expect to see this again as they would like to push total revenue growth to 15%. And then finally, there's this. This is quite interesting. The DVD's dead, right? No one wants DVDs anymore. You can just, purchase everything, digitally. Save it in the cloud. We've heard all that. Researchers have come up with a new DVD size disc that can store 1 million movies.
Really?
The group used a new material to coat DVDs and new laser techniques to write data onto these discs using 100 layers of information. This is doable, although there's some challenges they're working to overcome before these can be commercialized. The process of writing data to the disc is pretty slow with this and uses a ton of energy. Those are problems that the team says can be corrected. It's also not clear how much it would cost to manufacture such DVDs or how much consumers will end up being charged. Not only consumers, but these would be great ways to store massive amounts of data for storage facilities, businesses, and media companies looking to improve the quality of their products.
It could be a backup for a company. Like you have that backup hard drive.
Yeah, you get everything on a DVD-sized disc. What is the amount of data they say? A petabyte of data, which is that's a lot. Million movies on one disc.
I'll just stick with this cloud that I still don't understand. I can watch unlimited or tape unlimited things I never watch anyway.
Yes. And the farmers.
Yeah, worry about the farmers. We do not want sour nipple milk.
Sour nipple milk
from the cows.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out.
Legit Radio app.